You made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling, it must seem like an 18-carat round of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
We've got 3 awesome Fallout X MTG preview cards to talk about, so we're going to get into them in this video.
I'm Mia, and I like having Boone and Edie as my companions.
I'm Beezy, and I have no idea what that means, but I love the vibe. We're the Nitpicking Nerds, sponsored by Card Kingdom, the best place to buy and sell cards. Much better to buy from Card Kingdom than to get 78 packages shipped into your mail in the next 105 business days. Also sponsored by Dragon Shield, because they got the best sleeves in the multiverse.
Good sleeves.
You can use code
Nerds
to shave 5% off of your order.
We're so excited to show you some brand new Fallout cards today. This is from the Mardu deck, Hail Caesar, and we're super excited. Fallout is like, if you don't know, it's super cool. It's like post-apocalyptic. You're the courier in New Vegas, and New Vegas was my favorite, so we're super excited to just like get into this and show off some awesome cards.
Yeah, we have 2 reprints to show you, and then we have 1 new legend to show you. And actually, it is worth mentioning that technically the legend that we have got spoiled yesterday, but that was an accident from Wizards, and we didn't steal the preview card or anything. It is our preview card, so we're still going to preview it. The first reprint we got is Heroic Reinforcements, 2 red, white for a sorcery. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens until end of turn. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain haste. This is a pretty cool one. I think this is the exact type of card that I'm super happy to have in precons.
I'm so happy that they're bringing back Boros in a not aura and enchantment and artifact way. Like, that's super cool. I love the combat themes that Boros can like really have. So you can push through damage in your token decks. You can swing with haste and pull out a bunch of tokens all at once. I really like this card.
Yeah, this has like a little bit of surprise factor. The wider your board state, the bigger the threat this can be. And I think this is a perfect little, a little bit of way just to go over the top.
Our next preview is Wear and Tear. Wear is 1 and in red, and it's an instant that says destroy target artifact. Tear is white instant that says destroy target enchantment, and you can fuse them to cast 1 or either, or both at the same time.
You can cast 1 or either. Or both. That's exactly what Fuse says. It's right there in the reminder text. No need to double check. Mia nailed it exactly. This is a super staple. This is a super good Boros card, Mardu card too. It's a 2-for-1 for 3 mana, which is kind of exactly what we want. But even more so than that, if it just said that, I'd be happy. But you can also, if you're in a pinch and you only have a certain amount of mana to hold up, you can cast either half for 1 or 2 mana. Super great, flexible card. I would say this is a straight up like red-white commander staple.
I love having that flexibility. Plus, there are so many pesky artifacts and enchantments. For instance, with like Soul Rings, it's better to take them out early than later. So you might as well spend the 1 in the red in red than just like waiting for a long time, getting that advantage, and then just, oh, they just had 10 mana worth of stuff in 5 turns. Great.
Yeah, don't let those Soul Rings run rampant. Our next preview card, a brand new legend from Fallout, is actually also an artifact. His name is Yes Man, and if you're kind of wondering what his general vibe is, we put together this just so you have an idea. I'm going to help you win this commander game by making soldier tokens, whether I like it or not. Wow, you didn't pay for Rhystic Study 3 times and then ended your turn with 3 mana. You're now ready to bluff anything. You sacrificed your Blightsteel Colossus? A lesser person might have wanted that kind of overwhelming force on their side, but, where's the challenge in that? The full card is Yes Man, Personal Securitron. 2 and a white for a 2/2. Tap it. Target opponent gains control of Yes Man, Personal Securitron. When they do, you draw 2 cards and put a quest counter on Yes Man. Activate only during your turn, and it has Wild Card. When Yes Man leaves the battlefield, its owner creates a 1/1 tapped white soldier token for each quest counter on it. This is like Humble Defector, but it's also a legendary, and I'm like super psyched for it.
I love this. This plays into artifact themes. This plays into the Humble Defector type themes. You can flicker it, and I just really like Yes Man. He makes the game really funny in New Vegas, and he's just really chill. So
yeah, he can't not be positive. So even if you do something totally stupid in the game, he's like, you just sacrificed all of these things? Like, okay, that's good.
I love how passive aggressive he is.
Yeah, he's really, really funny. I've watched enough clips of him now. I'm definitely in. Super interesting commander option. You can kind of go like a group hug route, because you are just kind of passing him around the table to like have everybody draw cards, and there's that little bit of aspect, but you always get the best benefits, because the more people use him, the more quest counters he gets, and then when eventually he's sacrificed or wiped or something, you're going to get like 3, 4, 5 tokens out of it.
You can flicker him because he says when he leaves the battlefield, you create the soldier tokens for each quest counters on him, so you can give him to someone, and then you can flicker him, you'll get the token, and it'll come right back to you.
Right, so obviously we want to use like Lightning Greaves if you were to have him as your commander, so you can always activate him right away. That's pretty key. You don't want to have to wait an entire turn. Plus now he's shrouded, so nobody can like spot remove him if they get scared of him. And like you said, flickering, we can use Flicker Wisp. We can activate him, draw 2, give him away, then flicker him while he's under someone else's control. We get the soldier token. He comes back, albeit with no quest counters, but we get to do it again next turn.
Absolutely, because they can only activate during their turn, so as long as we do it before their turn happens, we will get it and they will get nothing. Eldrazi Displacer is another great way to flicker in here too, because that's a card you love, and it's only 2 and a waste to flicker.
Wastes? Do they have those in Fallout?
Sorry,
They have to have wastes in Fallout, right?
Yeah, it's
so
a
that's
wasteland.
Even
It's
more
tasteful.
flavor. But yeah, you can repeatedly do this. It's super funny. You can hold it up. If somebody you don't like ends up with control of it, you can steal it back from them and take multiple soldier tokens. Fanatical Devotion is a really interesting card. You can sacrifice a creature to regenerate target creature to make sure that Yes Man's not going to get swept up in Blasphemous Acts or Day of Judgments or anything like that, because now you can sacrifice your soldier tokens maybe that you already made off of him to keep him on the board more.
That's such good value for using those tokens, because it's not like you can use them as blockers, because they do come in tapped when Yes Man leaves. But the fact that they are a body, so you can sacrifice them to other effects, that's a good one.
Yeah, Yes Man's a little tricky to build around, but I like it. And then there's a lot of stuff that still rewards you for doing it. Timely Ward is a really cool one. It has flash if it targets a commander, and it's still our commander even though it's on someone else's board state, so we can respond to a board wipe or a kill spell or something and go, boom, he's actually fine.
Together Forever is another great one for this deck. It supports 2, so you could put 2+1/+1 counters onto things. You can also use its ability, 1 mana, the next time a creature with a counter on it would die, you actually return back to your hand. He actually makes quest counters when you give him away, so you can bounce him back to your hand and keep him safe.
Yeah, you don't have to control him. Amber's completely in my way at this point. You can't even see me, but you don't have to control Yes Man when you do this. So if somebody else has him and he's about to die, you respond, you activate the Together Forever, pay a mana, get your soldiers when he dies, and then he just goes right back to your hand, because this is all based on like what the owner has. We also have Gift of Immortality. You play Gift of Immortality, then you activate Yes Man's going to get thrown around. Who knows what's going to happen to the poor little guy, but when he dies, he just comes right back, and then if he survives long enough, the Gift of Immortality also comes back, and you've just got like a loop.
BZ uses Gift of Immortality in his Decasia deck, and that just is used as a blocker, you know, that just keeps coming back. It gets really annoying, but actually having it stapled onto a creature that has a really good ability, I can't believe how much value you'd get over even just a few turns.
We also have a Darkar Valkyrie in this deck. That's another way to return Yes Man. Galadriel's Dismissal, we can phase him out in an emergency, or, you know, if we're trying to go offense and totally mess up some of these blocks, we phase out all their creatures, or we can phase out all our creatures to save a board wipe. It really does a lot of different things, but I like that we have the mode to save Yes Man in an emergency, keep him on the battlefield, keep those quest counters intact.
And if he actually goes to the graveyard, we have Savine's Reclamation too to bring him back. Plus with Flashback, you could do it again.
I think this deck actually has some serious legs, even though Yes Man does not have legs, right? He's a robot. He just has like a...
He has like a wheel at the bottom.
Yeah, the classic wheel, the wheelbot. If you're looking for other awesome videos, we got one right here, and we are super happy to preview all of these Fallout cards.
Thank you, Wizards.